làm cả sắm hết các kiểu bố đấy đâu làm đâu cho đâu cái tục không biết thế nào.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay in starting. There were some technical issues. So I'm Paul Pijos, coordinator for the Department of Hotel Management at T. John College. It's a proud privilege for me to welcome one and all to the the third day of International Virtual Seminar. Our department is AICT approved, NAC A-graded, and affiliated to Bangalore University. We have two renowned speakers for today. We have executive housekeeper Chef Mamoi, as well as a corporate housekeeper Mr. Nishant, who will be joining us today. So to give a small profile about this Ms. Mamoi, she started her career in housekeeping as a trainee from ITC Hotels back in 2003. She was later working with ITC Windsor in Bangalore and appointed as executive housekeeper for Fortune Park Hotels. And she has been a member of many pre-opening and operational properties to set up housekeeping system in place. She has also been awarded Young Housekeeper Award in the year 2011 by Fortune Park Hotels Limited for delivering training, implementing, and contributing housekeeping best practices. Now, I welcome Ms. Mamoi to address the gathering.
Hi guys, my name is Mamoi. I'm the former executive housekeeper of Holiday Inn Hotel Bangalore. And I wanted to say thank you to Paul for having me here and for giving me this platform. But before I get into my topic, I wanted to show you a small video.
Okay, ma'am, I'll just share the video.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Where is the video?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, is Bandana there? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Yes, sir. You on the line, sir?
Yeah. This is Nishant here.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. 1 minute. I'll inform Paul, sir, about it.
Yeah, sure.
Nishant, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Paul. I can hear you.
Sir, can you please open your video so that
Oh, the video is closed. Oh, okay. I'll just check.
Also, you can let everyone in now, sir.
Yes.
Sir, disable the waiting room so everyone will be in.
Hi, guys.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
So Ms. Memory will start with Nishant's section, and then afterwards we'll move ahead with the next session. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, so we'll start with the Nishant's session, and afterwards we'll start with your session. Is it fine, ma'am?
Fine, that's not a problem.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So I'll give a small introduction about the profile of Mr. Nishant. He has 20 years of experience in hotel industry. He started working with brands like the Leela Palace, Mumbai and Bangalore, Taj Bengal, Swiss Hotels, Royal Orchid, Starwood Brands, Movenpick Hotel. Worked as an executive housekeeper and spa manager. Currently, he is working as a corporate manager with an upcoming chain of hotels and resorts, having holistic wellness and healthy and spiritual approach. So I welcome Mr. Nishant Saxena to
Thank
start
you.
the session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you guys. Thank you everyone. Thank you to the all the dignitaries of Tejon College. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to, make all these students and the freshers knowledgeable about what's been happening and what's going to happen about the future employment in, especially in housekeeping department. See, the thing is that as we know, a lot of hotels have been shut down and there's no operation happening at the moment. Even the hotels which were upcoming has been kept on hold due to these issues. So here, what I suggest to all the you know upcoming housekeepers to please go back to your basics, revise your things, because when you go for a future campus interviews, things will be different, questions will be different. It will be more on the hygiene part, and especially when you're taking up housekeeping, things will be about the COVID-19, about what are the essential precautions to be taken, and what is the change, the new normal, what we talk about. So what are the changes happening in the hotel industry? That is something which we have to be aware of. Of course, we are also trying to, see that if we can get into the employment zone where we start the recruitment. But at least for 3 months, I think there won't be any. But there are some hotels who are actually recruiting. I must say that there are some hotels who have started recruiting it. But the thing is that the vacancies are very minimum. Vacancies are very minimum. What I recommend to all the upcoming housekeepers is to please brush up your. Hello.
Excuse me, sir. May I please request all the people to put your audio on mute? Sir, I'll put everyone on mute and I'll start with you again.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir, you can go ahead.
Yeah, is it okay? Okay.
Yes.
See, people who are actually interested into housekeeping, I think they should look into the other aspects of housekeeping which supports the department. I'm like, when we talk about horticulture, when we talk about the laundry, I'm like, laundry is one section which a lot of colleges don't have a huge elaborate subject being taught. I would suggest people to take up the laundry subject and go through it, where you can make yourself knowledgeable about chemicals, about operations, about laundry budget, about laundry revenue, and of course, you can also go through the entire process. What is the temperature maintained, and what's the new normal in laundry? That will, brush up, and it will actually educate. Where I don't think colleges have that extensive course in laundry. So that is something which all these students should focus on. Of course, when you are working as a housekeeper are usually employed everywhere. It's not only hotels. You can look into the hospitals. That's a new normal. A lot of housekeepers have, a lot of my friends who are into housekeeping, they have gone to hospitals as well. Of course, there are chances into malls, hotels, hospitals. Of course, you can take up something which is related to vendor management. You can be a marble polisher. You have all the knowledge about how to polish a marble. You can take up that as an entrepreneur. You can also look for something which is into pest control. A lot of pest control vendors are doing this fumigation and fogging in the hotels, and they are charging some amount per square feet and all that. Maybe you can start a business like that. You can also think about doing the event management. There are a lot of chances for housekeepers to get into event management, because you know about the hotels, you know about, I understand there the event management is not happening at the moment, but frequently it will start, because we are like, uh, Christmas is on the way, so New Year's is on the way, so we might have a opportunity to dress up the hotel in a different way. You can be an interior decorator as well. You can be a flower arrangement, a florist who is designing flowers, and procure flowers for the hotel and be a vendor for the hotel. So things are all connected to housekeeping, where you can also look into things like doing upholstery business, furniture business, where you do upholstery for hotels and you tie up with good hotels, and get people with you to get along and do upholstery work or interiors work. There are a lot of chances of people getting into the uniform designing. There are I'm like, especially me, I like to design uniforms. I have done it for a lot of hotels. So being into the joint secretary, national joint secretary in Professional Housekeepers Association, I get the opportunity to visit colleges and educate them into designing part of uniforms. It's not that only the fashion designers can do uniform designing. I'm like, the current housekeepers are well educated now, and with the trends of housekeeping and the other departments, that you yourself can start designing your own things, and you can recommend to the hotels that you do uniform designing as well. You might have to, yes, of course, some capital investment is required to do that, but these are options. What I'm talking is about options. It's not that housekeeping is only restricted to hotels. Being a housekeeper, you can do so many other things. You can do horticulture if you're really interested in housekeeping. You can do something which is related to hotels, something which connects to hotel, hospitals. There are a lot of housekeepers I've seen that started PPE kit distribution to a lot of offices, hospitals. So people are getting in there. I'm like, you have to find an option. That's what, at the current moment scenario. So it's not only limited to hotels, but there are open options for everyone. The only thing is that you should have that perfect interest. That interest you have to gain, and then you can be, gung ho. That's what I can say. That's the new normal. Yes, Paul, on to you.
Yes, sir. So, anyone has any queries in this regard?
Wait, I should
The,
take down.
the session which we have covered so far. Any questions? If you want to raise, you can put in the chat box.
See, I have something to say to all the students here. Guys, if you sit at home and you think that job will come to you on your doorstep, please understand that's not the scenario at the moment, whether it's a campus interview or whatever it is. You guys have to really make sure that you have that zest, you have that, the fire in your belly, so that yes, you want to do it, you are interested. Housekeeping cannot be an option just because you don't want front office and you don't want F&B. So you get into housekeeping and yeah, you get a job easily and all that. Things are different now. People want uh, more than hotel housekeeping. They want hospital housekeeping now. That's the new normal. I'm like, before we used to clean the hotel aesthetically. Now we are cleaning all the hotels in a healthy way, healthy manner, hygienically, the way the hospitals are done. I'm like, we are using chemicals which are used in hospitals to avoid this coronavirus. And so I believe that if you really have that interest, if you really know what are the options in housekeeping, which I've briefed already right now, I think then the way is yours. Yeah, you just have to reach there and start. So, and anybody having any question related to this, please let me know. We have also in the Housekeepers Association, we have also put a email address where you can download your CV there, put in your CV there, and all the housekeepers, all the hotels who are looking for, if they have vacancy, they will contact you.
Okay. So
Which I
Nishant,
will, yes, sir.
sorry to interrupt. There are
Yeah.
few questions which has come up.
Oh, great.
Mr. Kote Raja from Alfonso College, he has asked, how far the security precautions will be followed after post-COVID era?
See, related to this, I should suggest that it's already started. We know we have guidelines from the government how to operate the hotels, and we have got guidelines from our company as well. What all things to be taken care, how the entry of the employees will be taken care at the time office, and how to punch in. We are not following any biometric system at the moment because you don't have to touch the machine. You just have to register manually at the moment because technology will take time. Yes, technology, we are getting into a lot of other things where we are procuring machines who will improve the technology and the check-in system as well. But it will take certain time because of the delay in opening hotels. So what we have started is we have started taking manual entries of of the employees. We are checking their temperature, your proper norms which are required, making sure your shoes are hygienically sprayed with the chemical, and then you enter. And then we have taken care of the lockers. We are not giving lockers in one area. We have segregated lockers, like you have one empty locker and then you have two lockers, alternate lockers have been given to the employees where they don't get in touch. So there is a social distance maintained there. So the social distance is also maintained in cafeterias where we don't allow more than, if you have a capacity of 40 people sitting in cafeteria, we have cut down to 20-25 people. So you maintain distance, and then you have timings for all the departments to go in and have their meals. So that is something which we are doing. And of course, at the operational level, on the floors and on the other areas like public areas, we are maintaining distance with the guest as well. We are giving precautions. We are giving the entire itinerary to the guest, how he is going to check in and how things are going to happen there when he checks in, what he has to do. So there is a proper guidelines given to the guest as well when he is checking in, because when you confirm the booking, you give them a confirmation letter. So in that confirmation letter, all these items have been included, saying that guest will be taken from here to there, and then he has to do this, he has to do that. All those details are there, and guest is not offensive at all, because they know that's the new normal and they have to follow it, and they're following the same thing at their place. So that is something which I suppose will take care of all the employees as well as the guests. We're using hand sanitizer in places. You have gloves, you have the face screen, you have masks given by the hotel, you have proper uniforms which will be washed on a daily basis. There's segregation happening department wise, so people don't put everything together, whether it's a kitchen uniform or as a housekeeping uniform. And of course, quarantining the room as well. Once the room is checking out, we immediately don't go and start cleaning the room. So we do the entire, we give the at least a 12 hours break to the room, so that things settle down and the precautions are taken care when you start cleaning the room. So every room is being quarantined and then fumigated and given a clean wash to the entire room, and then it's given to the next guest. So when these things are happening, you have equipments to help you. So, and the chemicals as well. So once you do the fogging in the room, you do the hygienically fogging in the rooms, you come out and give a 2 hours rest to the room, and then you start cleaning the rooms. So you don't pick up the soil linen just like that. There is a separate person who will be allocated, who will do the soil linen from the laundry. He will come up and he'll, so linen shoots have been closed because we don't want to use the linen chute at the moment, and that is as per the guidelines from the government as well. So these are some things which we are taking care of, and I think this will help all the staffs.
Mr. Nishant, one more question. Thank you for
Yeah,
the first answer.
yeah, tell me.
So the second question is like keeping the current situation in mind,
Mm-hmm.
is there any future job prospects or any new positions or designations which would be coming in the housekeeping department? Something like a hygiene
See,
manager.
yeah, I was about to tell you that. See, there is a need of hygiene manager in every hotel. Usually, the hotels, what they do is they take all their microbiologists as a hygiene manager, because microbiologists are the people who are certified, microbiologists from the associations, and they can check all, whether it's food, whether it's your sample test from the rooms, whether your glasses are cleaned or not, whether your WCs are cleaned or not. So they are the ones who check all these audits, whether it's kitchen or whether it's housekeeping. But now with the new normals, a lot of housekeepers are getting into it, and has been nominated as as a hygiene manager, or there is a team which a hygiene manager should have. Maybe the executive chef, the executive housekeeper, the finance, the purchase, and KST managers, they are all included in that team, so that all the new normals and things like that is followed up. So that is, yeah, I can say there will be a new opportunity for housekeepers as well.
Okay.
And of course, people have to be multitasking, because hotels are looking for people who are multi-skilled. You cannot be confined to one place that I know only this and I can do only this. You might be given a task in the hotel, in the same department as well, to do a different thing. Maybe a room attendant who's cleaning a room, or the GSA who's cleaning a room, might be told the next day to go to laundry. So you can't say, oh, I can't do this. I'm only a housekeeping guy. I'm not a laundry guy. So guys, you have to be flexible in all this. Tomorrow you might go to public area and you might have to do certain things, which you cannot say no. So that is something which I should say everybody should be multi-skilled. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Nishant. There is one more question which has come up.
Hmm.
Now, there are few hotels which give their linen for contract basis or get it laundered
Mm-hmm.
outside.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long it will be safe in this scenario of pandemic era, or what are the steps which is being taken to resolve that issue?
Very good question. See, what happens, people, the hotels, when they don't have in-house laundry, they do outsource laundry. So when you're doing outsourced laundry in current scenario, even if you do it the other way around, you have to have a management contract or the vendor contract with the outside, outsourced laundry. So in that guidelines, he has to be specific about the chemicals what you're using, specific about the operations of his own laundry, where it's located, or how the people are, and how they are taken care of. And the new normal says that you need to go and revisit all these places and re-audit and say yes or no. So that is something which will happen as soon as the hotel opens, because a lot of four-star hotels, three-star hotels, they are trying to outsource the linen, but the linen guys are also taking precautions with the new steps, new SOPs, what they have put in, to make sure the hotels are catered properly in a hygienic way. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mm,
I
next
see some.
question which has come from Mr. Rajiv K. Thakur is, don't you think hygiene and sanitation is of priority to guests, and the guests would fear coming to hotels for accommodation?
The internet unstable and yeah,
See,
How can we overcome the fear of the guest
mm,
to come to hotels?
yeah, that's
Sangita
what
Chal, Sangita
we
Chal.
are trying to do that, because when you see a lot of videos coming in on the Facebook and on the YouTube, where the hotels are welcoming the new normal, and you see how the operations will be, that is something to assure the guests that we are there to take care of you wherever you stay. Especially all the five-star brands, we are focusing on the emphasizing more on the awareness for the guests, because now there was a time where people don't know what is hand sanitizer. I'm like, there are people now who knows what is hand sanitizer and how to use it, when to use it. So I'm talking about the Indian culture. I'm not talking the international culture, but Indian culture. I think people are more aware of what hygiene is. People had these bad habits of throwing things here and there, but which trends are changing. So even the guest is aware what he has to do if he is visiting a hotel. Of course, the maybe the leisure traveling will be less, but maybe the corporate, because the offices have started, the manufacturing units have started, companies have started working. So there will be a corporate movement, and when you have a corporate movement, you have to understand and take a take a understanding from the hotel, saying that yes, we are doing this, and there are a lot of audits which are going to happen from the government as well, and they'll be giving certificates. So when you have that certificate, you are at least 98% sure that this is a good hotel where the audit has happened from the government, and they have certified this as a clean, hygienically clean hotel. So that is something which we are doing now, which will be in future, communicated to all the five-star hotels as well, when these audits will take place. So whether it can be a housekeepers association or whether it can be a chefs association, but we are going to have this audits in every hotels. So that will make sure to and assure the guest that this is a hygienically clean hotel. So that's the assurity what we are trying to do. And the kinds of chemicals we use, the kinds of process we have, we are like, it's like a mirror to the guest. We tell the guest that this is what we are using and this is how it is, and this is so somewhere the guest will understand, yes, they are doing their 100%, trying to give their 100% effort to do this. So that is something I think should a knowledgeable person or a guest will understand all this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Nishant.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Anyone want to have any clarification in this area? You can please post your queries in the chat box.
What is the purpose of not using the linen chute? Somebody has typed that, I believe.
Yes,
What's
yes.
the question? I didn't see it properly. Can you just read it out?
Question is, what is the purpose of not using the linen chute? It's the easiest way to transport soil linen.
Yes. Okay. It's the easiest way. Definitely, I understand. It's the easiest way of transporting the soil linen. But with the new normals, please understand all the soil linen, or it can be a contaminated linen, which can contaminate the other linen as well. So that is why we are taking precautions not to jumble up all the linen at one place, to have segregation from floor wise, and segregate them room wise and tag them properly and then give it a wash. So that is the extra precaution we are trying to take. Linen chute is something you throw everything in that and it goes to the laundry. I understand. But now with the new normals, that's a guideline given that these soil linen cannot be mixed together. It has to be segregated floor wise and room wise, and you need to tag it. And people who are at the laundry, they will make sure they wear gloves and proper PPE to maintain, hygiene, and as well as do the process of laundry. So that is why linen chute has been stopped due to contamination.
Okay. One more question which has come up is, what elevated process and team member training programs have you planned for a better and safer stay for the guests?
Need to
With
can you
regard to
please
the
repeat that?
with regard to the training of the staffs who works in the rooms as well as in public area, what are the training which you are going to provide to them so that it will be more safer for the guests?
Oh, there is a lot of training happening now. There are so many things which you see on WhatsApp, you can see on YouTube, you can see on so many other medias where people are talking about how to avoid this, how to avoid that. But yes, on a hotel level, we are training the new, as per the new guidelines, the new normals. We are distributing the proper SOPs, the new revised SOPs we have made to make sure, especially housekeeping and kitchen, we have made new SOPs. I should not say new SOP, but it's a revised SOP because we have added a lot of hygiene part in it, and the time zone, and the chemicals, all those have given a change to the new SOPs actually. So with the new changes in the SOP, we are trying to train everyone accordingly, and not only housekeeping, it is the kitchen as well, the kitchen stewarding, F&B, front office, everybody. So when the hotel starts, that is what we are trying to do. Once the hotel starts, we are all trained enough to make sure that things are taken care and we know what to do, which chemical to use where and what process to do where, so this is what we are doing at the moment. So training is must. Without training, we don't ask employees to be in the operations.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nishant. Uh, Thank you for your valuable inputs in
Thank
the
you.
post-COVID era. What are the strategies which will be followed in housekeeping? You have
There is
highlighted
one
on
more.
the areas of laundry. What are the steps will be taken over there in rooms, in public area? What are the new SOPs which will be developed in the hotels, and
Mhm.
the procedure in which the linen shoot and its importance, the outsourced laundry. So thank you for giving a wonderful insight to our participants regarding this housekeeping operations post COVID
Yeah.
era.
Mr. Paul, there is, I think, another question which says the new strategies to be taken up in housekeeping department to generate the revenue during the pandemic. So this is something. First of all, let me tell you, housekeeping supports generating revenue. You know, housekeeping doesn't give revenue directly, but indirectly, yes. Of course, we are trying to promote the product. What is the housekeeper's product? Is the hotel and the rooms. So once we upsell these things, definitely you can generate revenues. This is something which is normal. Yes, laundry will generate revenue, but gradually, not eventually immediately at the moment, but that will happen soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Thank you
Yes,
for
now the
joining
further
in.
queries, I'll
Yeah, you
put
can just
your
mail it to me. I
mail ID
can.
in their WhatsApp group so they can send their
Yeah.
queries directly to you.
Yes, yes, yes. Sure, sure, sure,
Thank
sure.
you, sir. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening to me. I hope I was a little clear enough. I will definitely get back to your questions, whatever you have. So do let me know. Thank
Sure,
you
sir.
and best of luck to all the upcoming housekeepers. And definitely there is future for all of you. So please don't get disheartened. Don't get into all that. Just do your best. What I have explained to you, please understand there are open. You have to open your mind. You cannot be in one box of hotel housekeeping. So please understand you can be so many other things. You can be a designer, you can be a horticulturist, you can be a laundry vendor, you can be so many other things. So please understand and go back to your basics and follow the new normals. Thank you. All the best.
So, Miss Mama, can we start the session?
Sure.
Oh, so I'll play the video as you requested, and then we'll go further with the PPTs.
All right.
Around the world, we've been busy planning how to welcome you back. We know our heartfelt care needs to look a bit different now. Your safety and well-being will always be our top priority. So, with our longtime partners, Ecolab and Diversey, we're enhancing our IHG Way of Clean program. And we've partnered with the Cleveland Clinic on new global cleanliness initiatives to help ensure you feel safe. We're focusing on frequent deep cleaning and disinfecting, and social distancing measures. We're exploring new ways to reduce contact at our front desks, use of protective equipment, new cleaning methods and technologies, sanitizer stations for everyone, and cleanliness amenity kits for our guests. We've enhanced our room cleaning procedures and are clearing and opening up our spaces. We've developed new dining guidelines. And to ensure we never lose focus on these key areas, we're assigning clean champions at all of our hotels around the world. Additionally, we're launching our IHG Clean Promise. We promise that when you're ready to travel again, your stay will meet our high standards of cleanliness. If not, we'll make it right. We can't wait to see you again.
Paul, video was not playing properly.
Yes, yes. I'll send it to their WhatsApp group so they can view it afterwards also.
Okay, shall I continue?
Yes, I'll just share the PPT and then
So I'll start,
yes, ma'am,
or
you
you will
start.
play again.
No, we'll start with the PPT and or video. I can send it to them in their WhatsApp group.
Okay, because it's important for them to watch that video before I start, for them to understand better. That's the reason.
Okay. So you want me to try again or?
Yeah, if you try it once again, it will come properly, or I don't know, because
Sure,
they
ma'am,
are asking
I'll
to
try once
replay.
again. I'll try once again.
Yes.
Around the world, we've been busy planning how to welcome you back. We know our heartfelt care needs to look a bit different now. Your Around the world, we've been busy planning how to welcome you back. We know our heartfelt care needs to look a bit different now. Your safety and well-being will always be our top priority. So,
Ma'am, it's not playing properly actually. So I'll send it in their WhatsApp group afterwards.
Okay,
Okay.
not a problem.
Okay.
Hi guys. Although I wanted to show you that video because in that video it clearly shows that what a hotel like IHG company, what kind of standard that they have set, the new standard that they have set by launching the IHG Clean Promise to combat the spread of viruses. So as a student, why I show you that video was you first have to be aware and familiar with the changes happening in a hotel across the country. And if you make yourself aware what all are the changes happening, then you can easily figure it out what will be the job opportunities that can be available post-COVID-19. So because of that, I wanted to show you that video, but anyhow, it's been sent in your WhatsApp, so kindly have a look at all of you. So let me get into my topic now. It's on employment trends in housekeeping department and clearing mind blocks of aspiring students to join hotel management program post-COVID-19. Next slide. Post-COVID-19 will see a lot of changes and stringent measures adopted by hotel companies to prevent the virus from entering their premises. Yes, there will be, of course, a drastic change over prevalent health and safety norms in housekeeping, and it will certainly lead to more healthier and hygienic way of work culture. For every organization, the well-being and health of guests, clients, and staffs are of the utmost importance. So in the wake of COVID-19 and rising hygienic concerns, many companies, not only hospitality industry, will be taking additional precautionary measures to protect the hygiene, health integrity of its environment and their customers and employees. Hence, the housekeeping department will be the front and center of the new normal experience. So in hotel, many guests will seek out those properties that can give them peace of mind by guaranteeing their safety through heightened cleanliness procedure. And at the same time, there may be new regulations coming to mandate stricter sanitization protocols. All this is because though housekeepers are expected to be the most effective post-management resources in a hotel, so future outlook of hotel services will certainly need to undergo a transformation since COVID-19 has changed the rule of the games. Safer, cleaner, and virus-free environments brings a new process of low contact services, social distancing with system that continue to make the guests feel cared for, personal protective equipment for the team and the guests, new technology, more enhanced sanitizing products and processes. So cleanliness matters the most. Housekeeping will definitely rock. And these are some major changes which I have written it in a point. Number one is personal hygiene and PPE. Respiratory hygiene and hand hygiene. Complete sets of PPE will be of importance. Frequent hand washing, sanitization, wearing gloves, wearing complete sets of protective suit by housekeeping associates will become the new normal. Uses of different dusters for each room separately. Additional amenities such as linens and toiletries will be available upon request. That too would be delivered in protective packaging and placed at the guest room door. So thermal temperature screening will become a routine practice for guests as well as employees. There will be two sanitizers for both guests as well as the staff. The role of a qualified microbiologist will be of a great help to any hotels, including the mid-market, because only a five-star hotel and luxury category has a microbiologist. But because of this COVID, and this microbiologist will be important, will be of a great help in any hotel, even if it is a mid-market as well. So public area like lobby, restaurants, etc. will install automated flushes and pedal step water faucets in washrooms and automated hand sanitization stations, as well as single-use sanitizer pouches. New standard of health and food safety will become mandatory in the hotel industry and will remain there as a progressive change. And staff training will be ongoing process. Staff will get trained as per new norms of hygiene and health safety. The frequency of cleaning public areas also will increase. New cleaning schedule will be implemented. For example, fitness center may be closed for cleaning multiple times a day. Equipment will be properly readjusted and placed to enable physical distancing. And the number of guests in the center may be limited. Pool and pool areas will be cleaned frequently throughout the day. And physical distancing measures will be in place. Stations with hand sanitizer and disinfectant wipes will be available throughout the property at primary entrances and in key high traffic areas. Frequent sanitization of common touch point will be the new normal. And there will be a change in customer behavior and less human interaction. As far as housekeeping room cleaning standard is concerned, yes, there will be a lot of change in customer behavior as well. Many guests will opt out for cleaning their room in front of them. So some might even refuse room cleaning if only for a short stay. More number of room cleaning requests will come in advance with specified timing, and the cleaning process will be carried out in presence of guests. Temperature check at the time of entering the room. The guests too will observe respiratory hygiene and of course wearing complete PPE and social distancing. So getting ready for permanent transformation. And hotel will start looking to cleanliness rather than location for their competitive edge. It's not like before. So health and safety procedures in the post-COVID world are all about showing and telling we have the highest standard of cleanliness in place in our property. So we wouldn't just be saying that we are disinfecting surfaces 4 times more a day. Instead, we'll have to send out our public area cleaning team even when the lobby is very busy. So many leading hotel chains like IG Hotels, etc., has already set a new standard by launching a global cleanliness council to help combat the spread of the virus, because they want their guests to understand what are the measures being taken today and what's been planning for in the near future in the areas of cleanliness, hygiene, and social distancing, so that when the guests walk through the doors of the hotel, they know the commitment to their health and safety is every hotel's priority. The most important objective will be there shall be no health threats, and this will open a bigger door for housekeeping professionals in the job market. As of today, the world is currently taking a collective break from travel, but it won't last forever because shortly the tourism industry will start moving again and COVID-19 will still be in the forefront of the most people's minds. So due to that reasons only, every organization is taking a look at the visible changes needed across the hospitality industry to ensure that the duty of care towards the health and well-being of both guests and staffs can be met. Although hospitality is one of the most evergreen sector that contributes a decent percentage of a country GDP, however, due to COVID outbreaks, not only the hospitality industry, every sector is facing loss of revenue and employee layoff. And however, the world will overcome today's situations and COVID-19 era will get over. As per news, it seems that many companies are planning to shift their production plan from China to India. Hence, job market will be back, hospitality industry will rock again, and there shall be a sunshine brighter than ever before. However, even in the jobs for the hotel management students, it's like any other sector is subject to the states of the national economy and the global economy. So when the economy is doing very well, job will come a lot in the sector. Hospitality industry contributed 9% of total employment in the country, translating 4.3 crore jobs in hotel, catering, and allied industry in India. But sooner or later, once the pandemic gets under control, the number will definitely increase again. After a few years, new hotel will open up again in large numbers in urban and semi-urban areas. Then hotel management professionals would have privilege over non-management students, as every hotels prefer employees from hotel management background. And India is one of the countries in the world where working age population will be far in excess for another 3 decades, and this is identified as the potential strength of the nation, which will boost the national economy to a large extent. So realizing this potential, even the government of India has accepted skill development and vocational education as the priority plan for the nation building for the next 10 years, because there was a huge gap occur between demand and supply across various industries globally. Very huge gap in hospitality industry, especially. So the trained hotel management professional will have a lot of job options apart from jobs in the hotels and in the restaurants. And those management students can find a good jobs in many other areas like what it's all written here. Hygiene management in various corporate offices. This hygiene management is one of the most, is the new job which comes out after the post-COVID. After, because of the outbreak of the COVID, this hygiene management is a new job that comes out in the market, because every corporates are awake, understand now the importance of the hygiene. So cruise ship management also, there will be a job for them. Hospital administration, hotels and tourism association, hospitality service in the Indian Navy, facility service in various multinational companies, forest lodge, guest house resorts, hotel and catering institutes, and self-employment also, like opening the laundry factory and so many things, like what Nisant said before. And there will be a job in the airlines industry, there will be a job in the retail sections, and many other more. So as per Apex body of Indian hospitality industry, India has about 53,000 hotels under categorized category. And recruiting housekeeping professionals are always a challenge, since many hotel management students do not opt for housekeeping job, assuming that there is major hard work involved in it. And even I myself also consider once that housekeeping is a very thankless and a very selfless job, because we are not getting the compliments as many other the frontline department get. However, all those factors, once we come out, our passion and the pride that we have for maintaining sanitization and upkeep of the hotel with so much of efforts to get guest satisfaction drives our daily routine. So that gives end result of the guest self-satisfaction. Anyway, in life, there is no substitute for hard work. So in hotel industry, there are no shortcuts. Whichever the department we are, we have to work our way up to the top through sheer determination and hard work with the right training platform and qualifications. Only then that we can confidently secure our place in the hotel industry. And in housekeeping department, there are not many hierarchy like other department. The growth within the department is very fast compared with others department. Even if you don't, as a students, even if you don't get through the management trainee, then you give a kickstart as an associate, then you work as an associate, and every hotel has an internal promotional program that can start after 6 months. And after you work there for sometimes as an associate, then you will become a supervisor. Then after a supervisors, then you will become easily you'll become an assistant managers or junior level managers. Then there is a very less hierarchy to become the head of the department in a housekeeping. And apart from that, the job profile of its housekeeping sub-department plays essential role, and the knowledge one has while working in housekeeping departments, like if we are working in rooms, we do a room cleaning. If we are working in public areas, it's also about the cleaning, laundry, linen room, etc. All contributed a lot in our everyday life. So by looking at today's scenario in the wake of COVID-19 and rising hygienic concerns in every sectors, the demand and market value for housekeeping professionals will definitely increase. So we shall surely have hundreds of jobs to choose from. Moreover, see, in a room revenue driven hotels like small hotels, which falls under the category of economy or mid-market segments that constitute 60% of the hotel in the country. And if we are looking at how fast we grow in terms of the technology and the new business strategy in today's scenario, So in our upcoming near future, maybe after 5 years or 10 years, the front office manpower requirement also may decrease because we have to maintain contactless services because it's already a new normal. And housekeeping services requirement will increase because everywhere we have to maintain a high level of cleanliness. And kitchen services and restaurant services also can be outsourced, but that we'll never know because maybe after 5 years, maybe after 10 years, these things also can happen. So in any way, COVID-19 has changed the rules of the game. So cleanliness matters the most. So the cleanliness is all about the housekeeping. There is another one more video that I wanted to show you. So how the hotel is operating as per the new normal.
Let me see whether it's working.
Yes, because
Yes.
in that video, it shows very clearly that how the hotel is operating now as per the new normal.
Vanakkam, my name is Lopa. Allow me to introduce you to our new contactless services. Keeping in mind the safety and security of our guests and colleagues, on your arrival, we provide you with gloves, masks, and sanitizer, and your body temperature is recorded at the hotel entrance. Your luggage is disinfected before and after the security scanning process with the help of the fogging machine. We have placed one more sanitizer at the porch to disinfect your hands before executing the check-in formalities. As you proceed for your registration, you will find indicators on floor to ensure social distancing if you have to wait in the queue. To avoid contact, online check-in formalities are initiated where we would be collecting all necessary documents and ID cards by email before your arrival. Sanitized pen is provided to you for each use. Post-signature, you may drop your used pen in a separate holder which would be re-sanitized for using again. After your registration, you may collect your pre-sanitized key card and proceed to your assigned room. We ensure that we clean and sanitize public areas and all touchpoints regularly. You will also notice the floor indicators outside and inside the elevators to ensure all of us to maintain a safe distance at all times. Our associates always ensure of wearing PPE for both your safety and theirs. They make sure of keeping 6 feet distance at all times. Before your arrival, your room is done with an attention to detail. By thoroughly fumigating room and sanitizing all amenities placed including remote and telephones, we promise to deliver uncompromising housekeeping services. To avoid unnecessary contact, your in-room dining menu is available on television screen and also on your phone. Now, I'm delighted to walk you through our multi-cuisine restaurant, Cafe G, where you would again notice our safety measures and guidelines are set perfect for comfortable and unforgettable dining experience. Right from sanitizing ingredients, preparing food by following all hygiene standards, to regularly sanitizing chairs and tables, and distanced seating arrangements, we assure you the safe dining services. The menu is available on your phone by scanning the QR code. Further, you may continue choosing, ordering, and sharing your feedback. And if you wish to avail our buffet meal, we encourage you to follow some distance by referring to the floor markers. You may choose anything from here, and our associates are happy to serve you on your table. At the end of your meal, you may make your payment online as well. If you are missing our food, you can now order it online through food delivery apps or call us directly. During departure, we collect your used keycard in a distinct drop box to ensure segregation from the fresh ones, and these keys are resanitized before using again. Lastly, to ensure a true contactless experience, we offer our guests to pay through digital mode of payment, and your invoice will be shared over an email. Your safety is our topmost priority, and we would go all lengths to ensure you stay healthy.
Paul, video are
Yes,
not playing. It's
yes.
stuck again.
So I sent
Send
both the
them to their
videos in
WhatsApp.
the WhatsApp group of the where we are created, so everyone will be able to see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So why I show you that video was because that is how the hotel is operating as per the new normal in today's scenario. And even the students also, and even the hotel also right now, it's operating only with 20 to 30% of the budgeted manning because there's no business as of now. There are some hotels who are taking a quarantine guest. And if a hotel doesn't take a quarantine guest, there are no business traveler as of now. And those 20 to 30% of the staff who are operating the hotel also divided into two batches. And then one batch will check in into the hotel and then they will stay in the hotel for 2 weeks. They comes in the two week shift rotation. Then after 2 weeks, then again they will go home. Then another batch will check in into the hotel. So like that, they are operating the hotel right now at the moment.
Ma'am, now there is a few questions which participants has raised. The first one is their question is, Madam, kindly share your experience uh, of your experience in the hotel in the pre-COVID era as well as in the present pandemic era.
That there are many things to say pre-era and post-era because everything has been changed because of the COVID. And then the operation also doesn't, there is a new SOP which is made after the COVID. So I cannot say all those things right now. And then I can reply it in more detail because there are many things to say. The pre-time and the post-time is. So any other?
Ma'am, another question has come from Mr. Joshi Verghese. Is it possible to use the swimming pool and spa during this pandemic period, or how it is being handled in the hotel?
Yes, swimming pool and spa, spa can be used after the post-COVID. Even the spa also, the therapists are wearing a face shield and then they are, so They are taking all the they are wearing all the PPE, and the spa has been used, and even the swimming pool also, the usage has been the frequency has been. They are fixing a timing. It has to be used once in the morning and once in the evening, like that. So there is no problem in using the spa and the swimming pool.
Okay. Then another question which has come us from Mr. Rajni. What is the procedure which is being followed in the hotel for the disposing of the PPE kit, whether it is disposed along with the regular waste or how it is being carried out?
No, those PPE kit, the garbage are segregated as per the standard, and after segregation, some hotels they are burning it, the PPE kit, and then some hotels there are a vendor, and then they are taking it and they are disposing it as per the approved norms by the government. So as students, although there are lots many changes post-COVID, there is nothing to get discouraged because of this COVID outbreak, because the desire to travel is already embedded in a human nature. So we are a free-spirited human being, and we don't like confinement. So definitely, we cannot live our life without this travel, tourism, and hospitality industry. So once this pandemic era gets over, definitely we'll be back. So as of now, what as a student you can do is just concentrate on your studies, groom yourself, and once this period gets over, you will definitely get a very good job, the best job in the market.
Next question which has come is, what is the, do you forecast any, uh, do you forecast any paradigm shift in the guest service design from the point of view of hygiene and safety? How would it be disseminated among the staff?
Repeat that.
Do you forecast any paradigm shift, any changes in the guest service
Paradigm
design?
change in the guest service design
Yes.
from the point of from the view of hygiene and safety. How would it be disseminated among the staff?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, there are some changes happen, but for that, there's a new SOP has been made. So, however, the safety of the guests and the staff both are important. So there is nothing much differences, because whatever the guest service from the, to serve the guests as well, to ensure the safety of the guests as well, first, the staff has to follow all the safety protocols, safety procedures. Though a SOP is met, there is nothing much differences between the hygiene and the safety procedures for the guests and the staff.
The next question which has come up is, down the line in the next 2 years, how will be the job opportunities in hospitality industry, whether it will improve or how it will be?
Uh, from my point of view, I think it will improve after 2 years, because this COVID will get over very shortly once the vaccine been out. And more companies, as per the news, what I have said is, as per what we have seen in the newspaper is, as per the news, lots many companies are also planning to shift their production plan from, especially from China to India. And in that case, lots many more job opportunities will come. So after 2 years, obviously, the hospitality industry will be looking more brighter than before. That's what I'm expecting, and that's what I believe.
Is there any other queries? Anyone want to ask any questions?
If there is any more thing, they can send me on the mail or the WhatsApp as well.
Definitely, ma'am. So I'll send you a mail ID in the WhatsApp group, and they can send across the queries, and you can revert back to it, ma'am.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. So thank you, everyone. Now, may I request our faculty, Mr. Sadesh Babu, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. Good morning, everyone. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on the behalf of John College Hotel Management Department, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to the honorable delegates who blessed us with the presence and look out valuable time of your busy schedule. Also, I like to extend a special thanks to Ms. Muima and Mr. Nishant for inspiring us. The session was very informative and clearly explained the current situation. A big thanks to all the participants. I request all to kindly give the feedback on today's session, which will be shared shortly in WhatsApp group. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone give this opportunity.
So before winding up, so tomorrow we have the session on food and beverage service. We will post in the group the Zoom ID and password. We have 4 speakers will tomorrow for the tomorrow session. So I officially announce that session for today is finished. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.